will go with language for 1,600.
Reporter Vladimir Dutier has translated French and the language called Haitian this for Anderson Cooper. Dylan.
What is Creole?
Good.
There you have it. Proof that it actually happened. That clip is from last November when I was featured as a clue on Jeopardy. It is the most memorable moment in the show's history for moi. But obviously, there have been many, many big moments on the show, which is now celebrating 35 years on the air. It has been called America's favorite quiz show since debuting in its current form in 1984. And the show is not resting on its laurels. A big celebration is planned featuring Jeopardy's first ever All-Star Games, featuring some of the show's most skilled players. 18 past winners will return to compete, not as individuals, but as teams. And to tell us all about this, we are joined by the man who has been there through it all, TV legend and host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Vlad. Good to be with you.
So great to be with you.
You got to be a celebrity of a different kind because you were a clue on the program. I have heard so often from people who said, gosh, Larry King, for instance, appeared on Jeopardy, and he said, I've been doing my show for 25 years, and I get more people telling me, you were on Jeopardy. And I hope it was the same with you.
It was. In fact, first of all, two things. One, I texted Anderson Cooper about this, and I said, we're going to be a clue on Jeopardy. And, I think he was like, was it going to be me? And I'm like, no, it's actually, I am the clue, which was amazing. And I got to tell you, we get a lot of celebrities that come through here. This newsroom was buzzing when they heard that you were going to be here. Because, because everybody so many people have grown up watching your show. One of our directors, who's, I think, right there, Regina, said to me that, she watched it with her grandmother, and she watched it with her mom, and now she watches it with her kids. It has been an incredible run for you.
But there's an element you have not mentioned.
Which is?
And that is the fact that all of the people who work here are very bright individuals. And that's one of the reasons why they watch the program, because they want to test themselves against the bright individuals who come on our program as contestants. That's a challenge. America is a very competitive society. I can throw the ball farther than you. I can run faster than you. I can do better on Jeopardy than you. Oh, yeah? Let's find out. Get your ballpoint pen out, use it as a clicker, and let's see if you come up with more correct responses than I do in this half hour. So, yeah. It's nice to be able to spend time with bright people.
Because people want to hear from you, and they want to hear from these contestants who are, in many cases, sometimes when you get a contestant who has an incredible run, you do sit back and say, man, let me compete. You sit on the couch and you go, I knew all those answers. Maybe I should get a shot at Jeopardy.
Absolutely. And you're right. You watch somebody like a Ken Jennings, who was with us for 74 shows. And at some point in that run, there are going to be categories that come up in a game that you feel comfortable with, that you feel very knowledgeable about. And you say, darn, I wish I were in that game. I'd have beaten him in that game. And that's what it's all about. It's a way of involving the viewers with the game that's going on. You can't watch Jeopardy while you're vacuuming the floor, for instance.
No.
You want to participate. You want to play along, and you want to see how you compare to these acknowledged bright people. You know they're bright because first they had to take a test to be on the show, and you've seen them win a number of games. You know what their strengths are. You know how they wager on daily doubles or in Final Jeopardy. You figure, I know this player really well. I can take him.
Yeah, exactly.
Or I can take her.
Right, exactly. It's exactly how you feel. So the Jeopardy All-Star Game, it's really interesting. It's inspired by fantasy football.
Well, in a way, I suppose, but for the first time ever, we have players competing as members of a team.
Yeah.
And that adds an element that we've never had before, because you've never been able to eavesdrop on what a player's thinking in the game when a daily double comes up and you say, what's he thinking? What's he going to wager?
Right.
Is he going to go big or is he going to go small? Is he going to say, bet it all?
Yeah.
Or that now familiar phrase, all right, Alex, let's make this a true daily double. Okay, they're all original in saying that. But now you get to go backstage into our green room and you listen in on the conversation between the captain and his two teammates and how they're deciding who's going to play in which round, in which game, and how do we want to handle things if we're trailing in the match, if we're ahead, what do we want to do in Final Jeopardy? We want to make sure we win our match. It's 2 games, total points, so that we qualify for the finals, which is $1 million. That's a big payday.
It's a huge payday.
Big payday.
Yeah, it's really exciting stuff. What's been the most memorable moment for you on the show?
Oh gosh, it's hard to pick one moment out, but Ken Jennings winning 74 shows in a row.
Because he just kept going
Yeah.
and going. And all of America was like, is he ever going to lose?
And I have told people that I don't think we'll ever see that again on our show. It was the perfect storm. But then again, in the 75th show, he loses on a Final Jeopardy that a lot of viewers thought was rather easy.
Right.
And you say, what happened? Did his medication finally
kick in or not?
or not kick in? What went wrong all of a sudden? Or was it fatigue?
Right.
I mean, winning 74 shows. He was with us for 4.5 months.
I mean, did you, with the producers, did you sit in the offices and go, what are we going to do if he keeps winning? Like, was there some kind of discussion, or was it just like, this is what's happening, keep rolling with it?
That's the way we approached it. But in addition to that, there was, with regard to myself, I would go to Ken in the latter stages of his days as a champion on the program, and I'd say, Ken, I don't know what to ask you anymore in the conversation part. You got any suggestions?
Right, after 4 months.
Yeah, so he would talk to me and he would say, well, ask me about this. Maybe we could talk about this. So he was, in essence, at that point, a co-director of the program.
That's so incredible. Alex Trebek, it is so great to meet you in person. So great to have you here at CBS News. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Well, now that you've been a clue on the program, I hope you will continue to watch, and in particular, watch this all-star game competition with the teams.
You know I will, and I know
give
a
us
lot
your
of other people
feedback
will.
afterwards, because we'd like to know the reaction. I think the viewers are going to enjoy it. I think they're going to be taken by this format. I don't know if we're going to do it again in the near future, perhaps in the distant future, but I don't know if I'm going to be around at that point.
Of course you will. We can't imagine Jeopardy without you. Alex Trebek, thank you so much. So great to see you. So great to meet you.
Okay.